Heath Tarbert is the president of Circle. Join us here for a momentous day for the company. It's IPO here at the New York Stock Exchange. Great to have you here.
Great to be here with you, JD.
Talk to me about what this day means for you personally and for the team at Circle. Long-awaited IPO at that, Heath.
Well, for Circle, it is an extraordinary day. It's an extraordinary day for me personally, for all the friends and family of Circle, but it's also, I think, an extraordinary day for the country and the blockchain industry more generally.
Yeah, you've been the sole issuer of USDC. How do you see that really as a great differentiator, both for that as a stablecoin as well as for the company?
Well, at Circle, we set off to try to create the world's largest and most widely used stablecoin network with USDC as our flagship product. And we asked ourselves, if we were going to create the safest, most secure, compliant, and transparent stablecoin, what would we do? And that's essentially how we built USDC. And I don't think there's anything like it in the world.
How important is that transparency and that compliance in a world where obviously there's a lot of companies that maybe operate or have the perception of being in a bit more of an ambiguous zone? That's not the way Circle's fundamentally gone about things.
Not at all. It's a bedrock principle that we care about sound regulation and compliance. In fact, it's one of the reasons I'm here. Of course, as you know, I'm the former chairman of the CFTC. I was an official at the Treasury Department. And I see this as the future of technology, but I also think it needs to be appropriately regulated. So when I saw a company like Circle that was doing the right thing in the right way at the right time, I couldn't resist joining the team.
Heath, what more needs to be done to sort of encourage or incentivize government officials, regulators in Washington, that this is the sort of technology that can no longer afford to be ignored?
Well, the good news is that the people are speaking. So people all around the world are using USDC. It's available in 185 different countries, 600 million different wallets. So people are using USDC, and that is generating interest in policymakers. Now, of course, at the same time, we're engaging with governments around the world, and you're seeing a sea change. The European Union, a couple of years ago, enacted an entire regime that includes stablecoins. Japan, other countries around the world, and now we even see the United States moving forward on a bipartisan basis.
Yeah, there's one in particular, a really crucial piece of legislation out of Capitol Hill. It is called the Genius Act. We know Congress loves their acronyms. What would this act mean for anyone a bit unfamiliar, and why is it such a priority for the company?
So I think it's absolutely critical because, as we've said for a long time, the United States needs to lead in blockchain technology, in digital assets, and a number of other technological fields. So this is critical. The other thing about stablecoins in particular is it strengthens the US dollar and makes it one of our largest export products. And so what the Genius Act does, I see it as two big things. First of all, it puts in place sound regulatory measures that create an even playing field and a high standard, and it essentially enshrines the Circle way of doing business. Everything that we've been doing for years before people told us you have to do it to comply with law, the Genius Act essentially codifies. The other thing it does is it signals that stablecoins are meant for far more than just crypto uses. It puts in there potential regulations to have it treated as cash and cash equivalents, to have it in TradFi exchanges like the one that we're in today, and to be used in large-scale consumer and wholesale payment systems. And so the idea is you've got the traditional financial system and the internet financial system, and they are merging, and the United States needs to lead.
Heath Tarbert, congratulations on a big day for yourself and the company. Thanks a lot for taking a few minutes to sit down with us.
My pleasure, JD.